Welcome back to everyone's favorite series, Mock the Mock, where I take a look at someone else's mock draft and I mock it, giving you my thoughts, views, and opinions, and the YouTube community. Man, everyone in this nice draft community is putting out videos, so you know I gotta mock them. The Goat House, look at that. That's a good-looking man right there. He put out a mock, so let's go ahead and mock his mock draft. What's crack-a-lackin'? It's your boy, Broshmo. Just in case you did not know, so go ahead, become a bro, and subscribe. Leave this video a thumbs up if you enjoy the content. Gojo, what you doing? What you doing? You being a bad boy. This dog, I swear, man, sometimes he's adorable. He's cute and cuddly. He's got eyes that just melt your heart. But let me know what you think in the comment section below. And before we get into the video, while we're here, today's video is sponsored by Underdog Fantasy. If you're looking to make a little cash money, then download Underdog Fantasy. You can go ahead and bet on fantasy football. They got player prop bets, all that good stuff. Use promo code Broshmo. It gets you $10 upon your first $10 deposit. So you'll put in 10, promo code Broshmo. Bam, I got 20. Supports the channel. And yeah, let's get into this sucker. So he does this by 8, so we're going to do it by 8s. I watched the video yesterday, so I got his perspective on things. And he's going with current draft order, hot pick. There's a few hot picks right here. So, I listen, quarterback value, it's a thing. Quarterbacks get overvalued. Carson Strong is not my top quarterback. He's probably not in my top 3. I feel like he's more fringe first round right now, maybe at best. I think he did very good with the early part of his schedule. That was kind of the tough task there for him. I don't know if he did enough to really like elevate himself to like number 1 overall pick status. At least in my opinion, he hasn't. I mean, I love the arm, but here at Detroit, man, I don't know. You just go best player available, right? I mean, I think Malik Willis has the highest ceiling in this class. Which, by the way, out of the 3 quarterbacks drafted currently in this first 8 picks, he's not one of them. Don't know what's up with that. Let's not get on this bandwagon. Oh, he had a really bad game against Louisiana Monroe. It's like, okay, we know he's not like a complete prospect. We know what we're getting in this quarterback class right now. So let's calm down. It's the upside. I do like Strong, though. I think the pocket poise got a bit better, but he wasn't seeing, like, supreme pressure. So, I think you're dealing with a better prospect than you did with, like, a Jacob Eason. I think is a very comparable quarterback to Carson Strong, but, yeah. The Jaguars, they go best player available, Kayvon Thibodeau. No complaints here, makes a ton of sense. And then the Eagles, Matt Corral. Matt Corral's basic. He's sporting this Zach Wilson size, so that might be an issue for some squads. He's got good escapability. Let's just say he's a very mobile quarterback, man. The guy can win on his feet. I don't know if that'll be necessarily the same case in the NFL, but yeah, no, I like it. I don't like this pick here, though. Jalen Hurts, I think, has, if you're unsure enough in this quarterback class, I think he has shown enough to where it's like, we don't have to go all in on quarterback in this class. We have 3 probably high-end first-round picks. Let's go ahead. Let's swap one of those out and invest in next year's class. But with these picks, let's go ahead and get some real talent because you know they're going to be shedding probably some big contracts of some older prospects that they have there. But, yeah, not in love with this. George Karlaftis is his second edge off the board. More importantly, second non-quarterback prospect off the board. He's having a banger year, but let's hold the phone with this because he's lacking length and he just doesn't have that natural bend, man. The guy wins with power, which is great, dude. He's going to be a great edge setter. He can win with power on the outside. I'm not saying like he can't. But, I mean, I think there's a lot of versatility to him. I think if you're the Texans, I mean, there's Aiden Hutchinson, Kingsley Enagbare. I don't expect to see Kingsley Enagbare in anyone's first round at this point. It just kind of, like, baffles me why the draft community just isn't behind this cat yet. Maybe they just haven't got to him. Kenny Pickett going to the Giants. A lot of y'all have asked my opinion on Kenny Pickett. I talked about Kenny Pickett like a couple weeks ago before the Virginia Tech game this past weekend. Talking about, hey, like he needs to face some real defenses. Virginia Tech, that's a real defense. This week, Clemson, that's a real defense. Let's see how he does. He passed with flying colors against Tech, but I'm just gonna say this, like I said in my in the video I talked about Pickett. This guy is like a high-end Ryan Finley. Like, I feel better with his skill set because his arm talent, it's not elite. Like, I think he could effectively make throws to all levels of the field. But downfield, man, I think still his ball placement can be a bit hit or miss. I don't think he throws guys open. I think his decision-making probably is by far the most improved area when it comes to him. But I feel better about this guy on day 2 than I would in the first round. So I'm just going to put that out there. We're here picking him at 5th overall. Replacing Danny Dimes. And I know everyone after the Rams game, they're probably going to, they want his head on a stick, carry him throughout New York and just say, all right, let's go get another one. Listen, throwing a new rookie quarterback into the fold here with that offensive line, it's recipes for a disaster. Let's be honest with what happened in that Rams game. The offensive line sucked. And let's put it in nicely. Like right off the bat, 2 strip fumble sacks, whatever the heck you want to call it. Yeah, he could probably on the first one, I think it was avoidable, where he could have probably held on to the ball, secured it a bit better. But I mean, what can you do about that? Like, I know turnovers, but he's been better about turnovers this year. All right, he's not putting the ball in harm's way. But I mean, when the game got that far ahead of you, yeah, I expect him to make some errant throws trying to get his team back in the game. I'm not a Danny Dimes truther. I hate that I'm having to do this. But yeah, I don't think if the Giants don't want to invest in this quarterback class, I wouldn't either. If I'm the Giants, I'd stick with Danny Dimes and I would use my high-end draft picks because they're probably going to be high-end. They're going to be to get blue chip prospects, to get more talent, especially on that line. Evan Neal going to the Jets. I don't know if I like this one in particular, but I get it. Like, he's available. I think I still take Stanley, though. Stanley or Kyle Hamilton, I think, just fill better needs because all 3 of those guys are blue chip prospects. Evan Neal, like, what are you going to do with him? He's your right tackle, left tackle, whatever you want to do with Mekhi Becton of the future. Like, George Fans looked good. The interior is the problem there for the Jets. So I think I'd go elsewhere. Derek Stingley is a great pick for the Patriots. It's nice that they kind of just fell into that pick. Kyle Hamilton, really good pick for the Eagles. It's nice that they kind of just fell into that. Because like Anthony Harris is on a 1-year deal, and the rest of that safety core is not that good. So Kyle Hamilton's a big improvement and a guy with a lot of versatility. So I think, honestly, the hot takes here, George Karlaftis, I think is way too high. I would say Strawn and Pickett are way too high. And then the Evan Neal pick just doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So, I mean, it doesn't not make sense. I get it. George Fant shouldn't be a reason that you don't go Evan Neal, but I think Derek Stingley, Kyle Hamilton, like, they help that secondary out a ton, and we can address the problem that's the right guard spot currently. Because is it which spot is Elijah playing? Left? I think it's left guard. Could be right though. I think Van Roden's playing right. Anyway, regardless, that's kind of the problem there. Next set of picks. Nakobe Dean going to the Eagles. This is a bit rich for me for this linebacker class. You're not going to find a Micah Parsons in this class, but I think like Nakobe Dean's fine here. Like, I think Devin Lloyd might be the better fit for the Eagles, but I'm not opposed to Dean. I like Dean a lot. Like, Dean and Lloyd, they're going to be, like, fighting for my top linebacker spot, so I'm not going to critique that. It just feels a bit early for top 10. Sauce, he gets taken by the Jets. That's great. They address it with that next pick, so I feel like there's a little bit of justification there. Gardner, though, I don't think he's a good fit necessarily for the Jets schematically, but it could work out. Matt Gardner is a very talented individual. Malik Wilson not going to the Washington football team here at 11 is head scratching. Yes. I love Icky, though. Dude, Ike Iwanu, man, at NC State, I think he's going to get... Some team deserves to give this guy a shot at tackle. He's playing left tackle very well there. And, I mean, to be fair, the GOAT, he lists him off as a offensive lineman, not, interior guy. So, it makes good sense. But, I mean, you could bring back Charles Leno. I don't mind that. Like, bring him back. He's playing good football. Samuel Cosme has looked good. So, yeah, I don't get why not Malik Willis. Kenyon Green going to the Falcons. They need pass rush. They need secondary help. I know parts of that offensive line ain't very good. Just bring in some free agents, man. I don't think Kenyon Green comes in and makes an immediate impact because he's been a bit questionable this season. But the two spots he's been very good at this year, right tackle, left tackle. He looked good against Alabama. So I definitely think he's going to be a tackle in the NFL. But he can't play guard, left guard. He's been extraordinary. Right guard, that's kind of where his rough patches have come this year is at right guard. Tyler Linderbaum, Dolphins. I love Linderbaum, dude. Linderbaum will be a top 15 prospect for me. I think he's a safe prospect. I don't know. I don't like the idea of this Dolphins offensive line getting any younger. Like, I think they need some veteran talent. Like, Dolphins might have the worst offensive line in football. I mean, the Giants, man, they're making a run for it, but Dolphins are there. I don't mind the Linderbaum pick, but you gotta imagine we could go elsewhere. This feels real safe, which is not bad. I don't know. I'm a little indifferent. I'm not against it. Aiden Hutchinson to the Broncos, absolute steal. I think it's a good scheme fit too. Darion Kennard to the Panthers is really good there. Don't know if probably doesn't play tackle in the NFL. He's mainly played right tackle. Taylor Moton looked fine at left tackle. You can move him over there. But Kennard's probably a guard. Let's be honest. Jordan Davis, it feels like a Giants pick. So I'm not going to rail against that too much. This is probably about the range I start to think about Jordan Davis. Because if you ain't new to the channel, just defensive interior is probably one of the least valuable positions on the defense. It's and like you have to have a big pass rush and upside, in my opinion, to be worth this pick. But let's be fair. Like I think I was a bit critical with the Dexter Lawrence pick, and he's been great for the squad. So I don't know if they go Jordan Davis, though. I think they need edge help a lot. So Kingsley Enagbare might be the better pick, but I'm not opposed to Davis. I have Enagbare higher than Davis, but I'm not opposed to it. So taking a look at this, Nakobe Dean, bit high, but not opposed to that. I think Washington should go quarterback. I think defense, pass rush, coverage, way more important than going offensive line for the Eagles. Dolphins, I just wish they would have done something sexier, but I'm not against it. Broncos, I like that pick. Panthers, I like that pick. Giants, it could be a toss-up, honestly. Let's keep this rolling. Browns, they go receiver Jameson Williams. This is the first receiver off the board. Like, I know this guy is hot right now, but I mean, Garrett Wilson, Chris Olave. I I think those guys are probably the top of the top when it comes to this receiving class. But the Browns, hey, OBJ, man, maybe they move on from that big deal. DeMarvin Leal is like legitimately Spagnola's wet dream. Let's be honest. He big. He's athletic. Oh, light some candles. I like me big. I like me athletic. That's how I like my edge rushers. Like ideal. I feel like Leal goes a lot higher than this. I love DeMarvin Leal. He's top 10. He's a blue chip prospect in this class. So, absolute steal for the Chiefs. Could play this way. Good players fall in the draft all the time, though. I'm not gonna like bash him for falling, you know. Andrew Booth, nice pickup for who are these? The Vikings. They probably do go corner. Oh man, I just noticed this, dude. If you look at this, he's got 2021 as the backdrop, not 2022. That's funny, dude. Y'all go take a look. If you can't see it on here, well, go take a look at that, dude. He's got the 2021 NFL draft logo. That's funny. Kaiir Elam, I probably have higher just because Andrew Booth has not been impressive the last like 3 or 4 weeks. Granted, he missed the last game because of injury, but the other 2 matchups, I know NC State, and I think the other one was Boston College. He kind of had a rough go. Darion Kendrick to the Steelers. I guess if you're not high on Malik Willis, who's basically way better than Dwayne Haskins, because I know Steelers fans, man, don't come to the defense for Dwayne Haskins, man. You deserve better. If you're not in love with the quarterback class, I don't mind them not going quarterback. Tackle could be interesting. I mean, Zach Banner, I don't know if he returned this past weekend. I can't remember. I don't think he did. But they could really use someone at right tackle. Just help the blocking on that line. I'm gonna say this, dude. I wasn't high on Dan Moore going to the draft, but he's been a lot better than I anticipated. But Darion Kendrick makes a ton of sense. Kaiir Elam? Anyone? Because just Kendrick has the character concerns. Like, this is totally within his range if it wasn't he had a really bad offseason, you know? What else we got going on? Treylon Burks. So Julio might not be, long for the NFL, but I don't think I know we're not dealing with prime Julio, but I don't think he's taken that much of a backseat. I know injuries have been a thing, and Burks is a guy that you could kick in the slot. I mean, he primarily plays slot there for Arkansas. Like, this is kind of sexy, but I might go with, like, Chris Olave instead. But, yeah. Garrett Wilson, I think Chris Olave might be the better fit. But, I mean, Michael Thomas, like, I think even Goathouse, he mentioned Michael Thomas probably not going to be with the team in the future. At least it seems that way. So, Garrett Wilson would make a ton of sense in that case. Henry Toto at Alabama. I don't think this guy comes out, man. Like, stupid good athlete. He tracks ball carriers so well. Like, man, learn how to tackle, my man. He's got one of the highest missed tackle rates in college football. Coverage, he gets lost unless it's man coverage, in which the Raiders, they've been playing a lot of zone. So, like, I don't think you want bringing in a guy that, yeah, he's great, stupid athletic, but might be a liability in what you run a majority of the time. So, like, Devin Lloyd probably be a better pick here. So, I get it, though. I get that a lot of people love athleticism, man. But I don't know, man. I don't know if that's a good fit. Brandon Smith going to the Cowboys. I think they might go safety instead. Brandon Smith, though, is a guy that used to play like an overhang role for Penn State in 2020. And then he moved to like more of a middle linebacker role this year for Penn State. He's been great. So maybe we bring him in because like there are questions. I think, I'm not going to lie to y'all, I believe in Jabril Cox. I love Jabril Cox. Y'all already know I love Cox. And I think they might be fine there. I might go safety because they got a bunch of one-year deals. Like Jordan Battle, it's pick 24. You start to think, who's the next best safety on the board? You got Jalen Catalan. Who are some other guys? Daxton Hill you can make a case for. So I might go safety. So looking at this next pick, surprised that Jameson Williams is the first wide receiver off the board. Neal going this far down is just absolute steal, but good players fall. Booth just isn't the next corner I have on the board, but a lot of us are gonna have corners ranked a bunch different, so like very different. So I'm not gonna go in on that. Malik Willis just seemed so obvious here at 20. I don't know why Malik Willis hasn't been picked yet. Burks, Wilson makes sense. And then the two linebackers here I think makes a little less sense. But I digress. Let's go ahead and take a gander. Dolphins, David Bell, dude, he had a whopper of a game. Is there no Chris Olave? What do you do to your mom, bruh? That's just a bit surprising to me. That catches me off guard. David Bell had a great game, but the guy's not a separator. He's more crafty route runner than I initially thought. But still, I don't think it's going to be enough to get a lot of separation. Great thing is, good contested catch target, great body control in the air, makes guys miss, tore up Matt Hankins in that Iowa game. Don't know if it's enough to put him in the first round, but I get trying to get a guy on the outside there for the Chargers, especially if you might lose Mike Williams this offseason. I just don't know if Bell is that. I'm not opposed to it, but I don't know if it is. Jackson Kirkland out of Washington going to the Bengals. This is a bit too early, I think, for Kirkland. I think Kirkland's... That rough patch against Aiden Hutchinson was a bit jarring, but I think if you're going to go with a guy that has good athletic upside that can mirror, I think Charles Cross might be more of your guy. Nicholas... Petit Frere might be more your guy. But I can see, I was stupid high on Jackson Kirkland as well, so I'm not even gonna hound that too much. He really has only had one bad outing this year. Kyrie Elam, absolute steal at 27. I think it's just because he hasn't really played a lot recently. Maybe that's why people are a little down on him. Drake London's a good pick for the Lions. I think the Lions are gonna be they're still gonna be in the market for guys that can win vertically. That might not be London's. That's not gonna be his game in the NFL probably, but he is a guy that can create after the catch. He provides a very big catch radius, big window, almost a garage door even for his quarterback. So yeah, go for it. Chris Olave, man, might be a better fit for what they want going on, because I know they're kind of mad that Jared Goff won't throw downfield. Devin Lloyd, great fit for Buffalo. Tremaine Edmonds I don't think he's that good for Buffalo. I think he's been a bit of a liability, but like the dude's a good athlete. It's just I don't think he makes enough plays in the run game, in coverage, or as a blitzer. He doesn't make enough plays, I think, to warrant not moving on from him, you know? Drake Jackson. I like this pick for the Packers. He's like a wide 9 guy. Stupid good athlete. Have him opposite Rashawn Gary, because Za'Darius, I feel like, probably moves on after the season. I like this pick. Jordan Battle's a really good pick for the Ravens, because he provides just a lot of versatility there. And I like Myjah Sanders. I think that's a good fit as well for the Cardinals. Just the dude's got length. He's got great explosiveness. Just needs to utilize his hands a bit better. But like the foundation's there when it comes to Sanders. So looking at this draft altogether, no Malik Willis, Like, Sam Howell, it's like, I get it. Some people are now lower on him because he just hasn't been able to elevate his team. But to be fair, his team really sucks. But Malik Willis is a head scratcher. I feel like that's a bit reactionary if you're going off the Louisiana Monroe game. No, Chris Olave is very jarring. Trent McDuffie, I think, is top 20, but he included some of the other, well, Darion Kendrick, I think, being the only other corner prospect. I think Roger McCreary, he can get in there too. But yeah, no Trent McDuffie is a bit surprising. No Christian Harris, but I'm not against the other 3 linebackers he included here. I think throw Christian Harrison. Those are the top 4 linebackers in this class. No Kingsley and Nagbari, but no one else is high on this cat apparently. The guy, if there was no Aiden Hutchinson, because he is having the hottest, like, he's the hottest defensive player this season right now. People would be talking about Nagbari. I don't get it, dude. The guy's so good. Anything else? Like Henry Toto, yeah, I think that's too high for that cat. No Charles Cross, no Nicholas Petit-Frere, which I get it. This tackle class is kind of weird, so I don't mind that too much. David Bell, though, I do like the inclusion of him, but he feels more day 2 to me. Like Washington not going quarterback. Like, there's a few things I disagree with in this mock. I would say I disagree with this mock a lot more than I did with Bengals, but still interested nonetheless. Let me know what you think in the comment section below, and that's it for the video. And until next time, I think I forgot how to do my ending. That's it for the video. Go ahead and do that YouTube thing. There we go. I got it. I nailed it. Oh, man. Oh, it's not like I got to record like 3 more videos after this. Until next time, you be easy, my friends. Later.